Oh my goodness. We about to get ready to get live. I'm gonna bring y'all with me this morning. Let's get a look at the farm. It's your girl, Nan's Farm Fancy. Time. I got some things to do and some places to go. Let's check out the greenhouse. I want y'all to make it. Please bounce back and make it. We did some seeding. We potted up some flowers. Then brought them up. Hopefully they'll be able to bounce back. Just want to come into the greenhouse before I run real quick and check everything out. Y'all can see. We planted cherry tomatoes, Romas, and large tomatoes. So yesterday we was in here busy potting them into their own pots. Everybody looks like they taking well. I'm gonna leave the greenhouse shut while I'm gone right now and whatnot. But good morning to y'all. Good morning. Good morning. I've been up. I literally been up since like 4. Look at that crow eating a slice of pizza baby Brayden left out there. Oh man. Yes. My kids be doing the most in the car. All right, y'all. Y'all gonna have to sit in the cup holder and just watch me ride to my destination because I can't drive. Cannot do that. What's with it? I'm so tired. So this morning I'm gonna go be on a friend of mine's, a close kind of family friend, really. Oh my child, talk about show on our local radio station. I'm excited about it. We're supposed to be talking about, state of the community and how it go. She knows folks on a local level. I know I saw everybody was up in arms about Sean King out here scamming on the community, I guess, or scamming or making it do what they do. Because I was told, you got to be a 501c3 to feel. That shit is crazy to me, right? It's crazy. I was told that that's what it looked like on the in the local community. I noticed. So matter of fact, let me go back. If you guys go back, I want y'all to be watching my videos. So if you watch my videos and I start talking about something and you really don't know what I'm talking about, that's because you ain't been watching it. Am I connected? Oh my God. My biggest haters. I got big haters. Sorry, y'all. Damn, I'm having a hard knock struggle this morning with my shit. I hope it stay connected. Okay. But like I was saying, you gotta go back and catch my videos. I don't know how long I was offline for because I'm driving and I ain't looking at the camera. I need them something. Go back in my videos when I was going on a rant. It was because I really wanted to introduce myself to people. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted them to understand where I was coming from when I have these conversations about the work in the community. So, I was talking about when I left home back in 2002 to go to the military, and then how I came home from the military. So when I came home from the military, one of the first things I did was, when you leave home and you come back, you want to see what's happening with the city. so you ride around and you look at it, you know what I'm saying? So I was riding around looking at it. I was checking out the state of the community here in Austin when I first came home from the Navy, and it was fucked up. I was I was like, what is going on? It was like a battle of the rappers, like, where is hip hop? Is hip hop dead in Austin? It was like teen dating violence, teen pregnancies was a while. It was all kind of crazy shit going on in the community, and to me, I didn't understand it because I knew that we had like the NAACP, we had local organizations that were in place to help in, you know, these problems. So that's important because we create that type of stuff. When we come into a space and we don't see these type of programs or anything like that, our first instinct is to want to create something, or we want to, you know, put out some type of program or opportunity to make change. That's what we naturally do. But these programs were there. The problem was they were not functioning properly. They were not for who they said they were for. The youth programs were not really for the kids. The financial literacy programs ain't teach you shit but beyond banking and getting a checking account. Shit, the business opportunities, that was a joke. That was like some bourgeoisie. You gotta be, you know, speaking it, talking it, doing it right to fit in. It was just all uncomfortable, and it really made me feel some kind of way. And I was sad and depressed about it because, one, I'm from Austin, and two, like I talked about in my last videos, my family is rooted in community service. And so knowing that my grandmother gave her life for this city and for the community, you know what I'm saying, to be better and do better, only to see them not give no fucks, it's a problem to me. You know, it was just a problem to me. So I really had to step back and shit. I just stepped back and started a family, and but I was still like, look what's going on. I started participating in the processes. I always wanted to have my own business, so I started doing a small contracting business, just like freelancing. That's why I was calling myself Freelance Nancy. You know what I'm saying? My husband just started calling me Nancy one day, and it stuck. But I used to do gig work. I used to Amazon Flex. I used to do Lyft. Shit, I was a notary. Like, I was just out here really grinding, and it was just an entrepreneurial spirit. And so I started going to entrepreneurship programs here in Austin. You know what I'm saying? I started going to like Big Austin, which is like an entrepreneurship workshop. It's like a 10-week course. You get this, you know, certificate. They help you with your business plan. I started participating in all the shit that they say you're supposed to participate in to help you be successful, or to help you, you know what I'm saying? I went to People Fund. Y'all, I exhausted my efforts. And as a veteran, it was a lot because I was really putting myself out there in a vulnerable state. While I was doing all this, I was dealing with my own shit, you know what I'm saying? And it was not easy to try to navigate these systems and try to live my life. But I felt like these systems were supposed to be helping me. I believed that, you know, I could get help from the women's business or the Black Chamber of Commerce. You know, I spent time at brunches getting fucking dressed up, taking my mama to brunches and shit, only for a bitch to turn around and see that this shit is all for the bag. Like, these people, these organizations have done the absolute most when it comes to robbing the community of its integrity, because they don't value shit. Nothing at all. They don't value anything, and they only out here to use and abuse us. It's called performance advocacy. It's theater. And after going through all the processes, I discovered that they had me fucked up. No, real talk. I realized that I wasn't the one. And I wasn't gonna be the one because my grandma died for this city. My grandma gave her life. She stepped away from her family. She stepped away from loving us and being able to be there for her own children and grandchildren for these niggas. And they got me fucked up. I can never get that time back. I can never get the time back that she gave to the city of Austin. And these niggas be out here claiming her so tough, but there ain't no history of her nowhere. I can't find no history that they provide, that they put up a little blurb here and there. No. Hell no. That's not gonna work for me. So my thing has always been, when we as a people talk about unity and coming together, we have to look in the mirror. We have to look at home. So in by looking at my home first, what I did was I looked at where I came from and who I was, and I saw that I come from some shit in my community, and it bothered me that people feel like they had the right to try to take those things from me, or that they had the right to infringe and impose themselves upon my legacy, my family's work, my children's history. That's just as bad as the white people changing up our historical narrative. And so I didn't appreciate that shit. So I accidentally found myself becoming an activist, I guess, or an advocate, advocating for social justice on accident, while I was navigating the space of becoming a black farmer. And that's been some crazy shit. We gonna get there, y'all. My bad. I had to pause it because I know I'm where I'm at. 8906 Sweet 12. We on our way. She gonna be mad at me, but that's because I've been in here talking to y'all. Okay. But yeah. Let's get here. Oh, damn. Come. Keep coming. They don't be getting damn. He was just gonna keep on coming, y'all. He was just gonna keep on coming. But anyway, so that's how I ended up here. Because I was minding my business. Now, it all boils back to when I came home. So once I accidentally became an activist for my own self as a black farmer, I started seeing those same faces and hearing those same choppers that I was hearing when I very first came home from the Navy. And I was like, ooh, these niggas still out here lying, shucking and jiving. Boy, I tell you, got to be more careful. And I was stuck. I was like, it ain't no way that they still out here throwing down the same lame game. And sure enough, they was still out here throwing down the same lane game. Not only were they throwing down the same lane game, they had the nerve to disrespect the people when the people called it out. And that bothered me. That bothered me really, really bad. Because if you're a black leader or you're in a position of leadership, or you're an organization or whatever, you don't have the right to disrespect the people just because you fucking giving them bikes on fucking Christmas and turkeys on Thanksgiving. Like, it got to the point to where I had to be like, who the fuck do these people think they are? Y'all are community activists. So I would see things like community activists literally cussing out the people in the comments that would be complaining about an event that they had gone to. If the event was a messed up event, or if it was, if the event sucked, they would be trying to let them know, I wasted my money. And then they would be having to pay. They would be having to pay for events and shit like that. That shit was crazy. It was like, it was a bad TV show. It was a really, really bad TV show. Then the black on black violence started. I mean, not the black on black violence, but the police brutality ramped up. They started doing the killings. They started traumatizing us on the TV. And once that happened, all hell broke loose. Like, these niggas lost their minds. Like, big time lost their minds. They was out here making up stories, not giving a fuck about nothing. Which leads me to where we are today and where we're going. Let's see. Dang. There it go right there. Nope, that's 8606. Jesus. Shakalaka. Is this? She gonna be mad because I'm late. I'm not trying to be late. I hope they got coffee in here. Okay. Up Wall Street. Why I feel like they moved this thing. Alright, we here. We got to get it in. Y'all keep watching. Stay tuned. Sugar. Come on, y'all. I ain't got time to play with y'all. Y'all plays too much. Y'all plays too much. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh, let me just. go.
Did you park at that last spot there?
On the other side of this blue truck.
Okay, all right, you're solid. I just want to make sure because we got to keep those other spots open for someone else.
Okay.
Good
morning. Hey, you look cute.
Thank you.
I like your little booty.
Thank you.
This thing empty, y'all.
Okay. We gotta get you the solid disclosure too.
Okay. Let me sign in. It's a visit.
Just
Busy.
yes, Don, but Tim, I think that's the biggest thing for me is just somebody asked me last night how long have I done this, and and I know you guys have been at radio far longer than I have, but I never looked for this. This kind of came to me through somebody who thought this kind of, so I've been doing this now for 9 years, and I'm over it because of time consuming. And it's time consuming for me because I'm already.
Well, you're a busy person.
And for real, it's starting to get. I need a cold.
So I would suggest.
Shit,
I'm free.
You free?
Right.
See you on Tuesday next week.
Okay. See you later.
So if anything, the pins are scarce around here.
Okay, well I have several pins in my cart, but this one.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You know what?
Okay.
Get out here.
Hey. We're gonna. Yeah.
There you go. I gotta put this back in the meter room.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
So this can go in the trash.
So yeah, how about this? We still get your 4 pre-records, right?
Yeah.
And that way you have until April 1st. Decide what you want. Let me and AJ know halfway through the month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. And and we'll just go ahead and do that. And
yeah, I wanna just say that I don't want to take away the conversation, the need, and all like that, because I know that that's existing and I know that's real. But I also know, like when I say that I need time off and I have to have time for to rejuvenate, and everybody's like, oh, okay, Patricia, can you do this before you do that? To me, that's still not giving me the time I need. I'm traveling with one eye open, dragging everywhere. It's just starting to get crazy. And
Timothy?
I know that.
Yeah. GODWI.
Okay. I always want to put bookmarks in.
Yeah, because you know what? Anytime someone calls me good one, I literally go off on. I'm like, there's one other name. That name is nothing wrong with the word God. It's one of my name. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We got about 6 to 8 minutes.
Yeah. So be thinking about someone that could represent Mel's and everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
To be your co-host, especially. I think would be good. And I'd like to get her back in assignments. I think she would be a good takeover for you.
I thought about that, and I'm starting to think about. I was thinking about if I could do 2 people. Cynthia would be good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put her on the mic this morning. I'm looking forward to this.
But yes, Cindy, because
she's already plugged in. I talked to her briefly last night, and I was hoping that Bria would be here. She's actually doing a push on radio. Oh, we'll go in the studio. Okay. Come on, because we have to get a picture and stuff like that. So.
Okay. They got some coffee in here. Good morning.
It's been a minute.
I like your shoes.
Thank you so much.
You fresh.
Thank you so much. Girl. Hey, this is what you gotta do when you get old. You just gotta.
Can I have this here?
Oh,
I know. I was finna say I can't. Hold on. Okay, let me drink it because my mouth is dry. I was like, I know. I was looking for a trash can. I was like, I don't think I can breathe it.
Go to the ladies' back, to the bathroom around the side.
mute the whole studio, y'all.
When did you, I want you to give me like 3 points. One is where did you graduate from? When did you come out of the military? And you're the mother of 4 children.
Yep.
Yep.
I graduated.
Okay, thanks.
Where should I sit? Can I
Get
put this right here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ready?
All right, sit down.
Sit down.
No, not sit down, but sat.
Sat down.
Sit down.
Oh man. Yeah, get all your stuff. Make sure your dingers are off.
oh yeah.
As
Yes.
long you can record,
see.
just make sure your dingers everything's on.
Yes.
Oh, no,
That goes for you too, Mr.
I know.
Trees.
I'm trying.
I put it on silent mode.
Just remember,
I
I'm
think.
going to remind you again because I have to remind you twice.
I know it. My phone's
I know
always.
I'm your pain in your ass.
You are a pain in my ass. Everybody's a pain in my ass these days. Everybody. Okay. Let's look.
Oh my god. I'm too tired.
Is that? Let it down on the side. You got this shirt.
Oh my god. Lean forward. Oh god. This is somebody else's.
Oh, Mr. Trees, if you pull
Where
it
I'm-
forward.
Okay,
where
yeah.
I'm-
Yeah.
Okay.
You said where I'm from. Can I move this chair?
I'm saying you can
Closer.
do whatever you want. Yeah, because these chairs are horrible right now.
It was me.
Can you take me out this group chat? I did not ask, I did not sign up, I don't want to be part of this, no part. Like, seriously.
So you said where I'm.
Well, you're.
Everywhere you go.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Trees,
Yes.
I mean,
when you come in and say good morning, bring that volume down halfway, because you be screaming it out the back your mic down.
Get back my time, mic down. Or I'll be into the
Yeah,
other one.
now I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to put you at -20 at first, so you don't clip the recording.
Come from loud people, baby. We
Yeah,
loud.
we in this
Cause-
thing.
We loud.
Yeah, she's like,
Here.
I can hear it.
yeah, because she be like, good morning.
I am over you, Tim. I'm telling
It
you.
was like Ralph Waldo PD Green in front of. I ain't got that.
Wow. Let me see the tickets are.
That was my favorite movie too.
So both of them would be single, and then.
I'm
they
actually
would work
pulling
out
the heck out of that
everything
part.
with
3
the
minutes.
Okay, hold on, let me
and
turn the
all
time on.
that other stuff, right? The process is normal for that to happen. All right, he's saying he wants his wife and his family back all the same.
Say hi, Tiffany. We in the studio this morning. Thank you all for tuning in to Iron Sharpens Iron. I'm your host, Latrice Cook, in the studio with Miss Tiffany Washington of, how do you say your
Dobbin Cobb.
Dobbin Cobb Garden?
There are.
Dobbin Cobb Garden.
Yeah.
What happened?
And now all of a sudden is going on these, he doesn't call them tirades, he calls them friends. To get some like, test her, and he's posts that he's awesome. He's also attacking people. Thank you, I want to say for the judge, we just talked about it a second ago. But attacking him, and he's telling his followers, look, don't harm him, I'll handle things myself, whatever that is. Because I mean, it's just for Sunday service, so I hope it's
3 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay.
But I'm just like, yo, I don't want to know all this. He did a song about being beat up. Right, he did. He did. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yo, I just want to say, especially the young girls, this is not the way to get chased down and feel like the man is
It's
that's
so
just
many of
everything else. This is just now flat out crazy. I believe that there is an extent to me of a man or a woman, whoever it is, going
30
after
minutes.
love,
Okay.
right? But there has to be a limit. And at what point are you jeopardizing safety? At what point are you harassing? Where does it cross? And in this instance, I feel like we have crossed that
Spell
line.
it calm.
Just no, it's
A lot
just
of
Dobbin.
this stuff needs to stay within the
KAUB. Cobb. KAUB.
Can we pay a lot?
Garden.
Oh,
Where'd you graduate from?
Conley High School.
His social media, and he can put out his message.
Narrative.
His narrative.
And when did you get out of the military?
2006.
What branch?
Well,
The Navy.
this is so fun, but.
Never again volunteer yourself.
That part. Never. Y'all heard that, right? How many times do I be out here telling y'all that shit? Sorry.
You getting up?
I'm sorry. I won't do that. I have how many
We got
days?
it. We working on this etiquette. Okay, we gonna be violated. I can tell right now.
No, you won't. I promise. He told me I had a minute and 22 seconds. I had to get that last one out. I'm good.
And we can't mention money. And
Okay.
dollar amount, you can't. Get over on your mouth.
Alrighty.
It's the Friendly Reunion, going down February 13th through the 19th. HT is the place to be.
30 seconds.
Homecoming worship service, kickball tournament, black love speed dating, alumni.
Good morning. Thank you all for being with us this morning on the Iron Sharpens Iron Show. And I am in the studio this morning live with Miss Tiffany Washington of Dobbin Cobb Garden Farms. We are going to have a wonderful conversation this morning about farming in Black Austin. So hang on to your seats. Hopefully you will want to join in. 836-2887 is our call-in number. Feel free to call us.
Entities throughout KAZI broadcast day are not
Stand by for music and
necessarily
countdown.
board, staff, underwriters, or volunteers.
Don't touch that stab, yo.
This is the Iron Sharpens Iron Show with your host, Latrice Cook.
Stand by for countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, KAZI listeners. You are tuned into this show this morning. I'm your host, Latrice Cook, excited on this beautiful Thursday morning to be here in the studio. And actually, it is 29 days until my birthday. So that's all the excitement that I just feel as I rapidly approach 60. It's just unbelievable just to have life and be as, I guess, involved and engulfed in trying to make things a little bit better. You know that the Iron Sharpens Iron Show is all about resources, persons, people, places, and things that are associated in some capacity with the criminal justice system, persons who may have been to prison, have family members who have been to prison, and people who are just doing things in the community to enhance those persons that have this ill. And so, it is my pleasure to be able to have this forum and this voice to talk about these issues and with people who are really relevant in our community. And so today is no different. I'm so excited this morning because I have somebody who has more vocalness than I do, and sitting in the studio with me this morning, a wonderful young lady, a Connolly High School graduate, and also I guess some of the biggest things to say is she's a proud wife and mother of 4 beautiful children. She is a veteran from the United States Navy and the owner and founder for Dobbin Cobb Garden Farms this morning. And let's not forget the illustrious granddaughter of Miss Dorothy Turner. In the studio this morning with me is Tiffany Washington. Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for that great introduction. I don't even know what to say.
I just kind of want to start this conversation out. Tiffany, you've obviously done something that's very unique and different. I have been able to personally visit your farm, and I want you to kind of talk about the inspiration behind farming and what that means here in the city of Austin and Travis County.
Yeah, so the inspiration behind me farming, I think, has just been family for me. I think I was looking for something when I first got home from the military and dealing with my own PTSD and trauma, and I got into gardening, and then that's something that just turned into digging deeper into my family's history, and then finding out that I had a lot of farmers in my family. I was like, okay, that's cool, and so it just drew me to wanting to know more and grow more. And I had never seen anything like what I was doing before inside of the city until I started seeing a couple of urban farms. And so I was kind of like, this is really nice, but none of them were black owned farms. So that just, I wanted to bring something new to the community that no one had ever seen, that or we had lost a part of, we had lost a part from the community. And that's just,
I heard a guy say yesterday, no, I'm sorry. I heard a young lady say, who is a famous artist, she said that she wanted to join. It wasn't that she was reluctant to join something that was existent, but she wanted to create her own blueprint.
right.
Because she said there was no blueprint per se for what she was doing. It was a little bit unique and different. And I'd like to say that that's the same with you. And how have you been supported, or what type of support does a black farmer need, and especially in a city environment?
Right. So there was no blueprint. No, there was no blueprint. There really was no blueprint for what I was doing. And so I had to really navigate the agricultural industry here on my own. And so when I would reach out to people, they would always talk about like gardening and community gardens and stuff, but you can't there's no economic equity in community gardens for us in the community. And so being a food producer, you're allowed the opportunity to build wealth along with building health. And so once I started really standing firm on I'm a farmer and no one can take that away from me, it became easier for people to get where I was coming from. And so it was just it was word of mouth support. It was my mom who would tell her friend, who would tell a friend. Then the church ladies would call and want some produce, and it just would grow like that. And then eventually I needed more resources, right? So then I was looking for them but couldn't find them. So the support became, just people who had heard about me or read about me and just wanted to give and just help. And so that's just kind of how everything just grew for me. And that's just how I'm still here, I guess, because it's been like 4 years now and people are kind of still shocked. They're like, a black farmer. And I'm like, I've been hanging out on the corner, just slanging these veggies.
512-836-2887 is the call-in number to join this conversation. I have in the studio this morning Miss Tiffany Washington of Dobbin Cobb Garden Farm, and I am so excited about this. Tell us, Tiffany, just delving just a little bit more. What does support look like for a person like yourself? Your farm is obviously a income generating type of business. It's not a 501c3, I would
Right.
say. And so how has the community effectively, like organizations or anything that could feed into you, how has that worked?
I would say that the people who have fed into me have honestly been just the neighborhood, the neighbors, the people that live in the community. Not really so many organizations that you would know or talk about. I've actually clashed with a lot of organizations here in the community. because I don't see, if it's not a part of their agenda, they don't care about it. And so for me, I didn't understand how you can't care about food. How like
Yes, talk
how
about
you
it.
know we talk about the revolution, but the most important part of the revolution is farming. How we gonna eat? How we gonna sustain the warriors on the battlefield? Nobody's eating anything proper. So I wasn't receiving any type of support, like such as like crowdfunding or anything like that from grassroots organizations. It was just coming from the people. So I mean, and that just looked like, sharing my content. Some people would donate. Some people would just leave seeds out on my farm. They leave soil, compost. People would just leave like food scraps, because you can turn food scraps into compost, and that's fertilizer. So it was just a thing of gifting and giving, that was just going back into my work. And I've been able to sustain it. And when we talk about our communities and resiliency and revitalization and all these things that the city of Austin pushes out to us, we have to be able to sustain that. And there's no one in the community, people of color, sustaining the soil. There's no one sustaining our land, the environment, through regenerative agriculture. For black people, that there's like, this is what's going on. This is sustainable farming. We're creating foods, contributing to the food system. They're just not talking about it.
What does what do you see sitting on the corner of Manor and Rocky? What do you see that your operation can do to change what happens in and around many of these organizations who purport to be out here doing different things for marginalized community members? Have little or no involvement with the day-to-day rhetoric that's hitting the streets and that's going on in the streets. And I would like to just I'd like to just insert here that I've been to your farm a couple of times, and I actually know that it's in the midst of a lot of going ons.
Yeah.
What is the benefit?
Kind of hazardous duties on.
There's a lot of hazardous duties over there.
And they ain't giving me hazardous duty pay for this.
Exactly. So I want you to just talk about, how does the investment into the farm in that location, how can it increase those persons that are in that community to become maybe involved in some kind of way or feel a sense of value to something that you have?
You know what? I call it, I just kind of, we're able to be in a place, we're able to be in a place where a lot of stuff happens. And I want it to be, when we talk about gentrification, I have to get my thoughts straight on this, because I want to say the right stuff, because you know how I can be.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so
Take your time.
I'm a black gentrifier. So I came to the hood to give the hood back to the hood in front of the white people. So
Talk about it.
I don't see how we can clean up the community and just hand it over to somebody. So if you want to see a revitalized space, okay, I can plant flowers, I can plant food, I can attract butterflies and ladybugs, but we gonna hang out here. This is where I'm gonna have a barbecue, and I'm gonna invite everybody on the block, and then we gon' have a good time, and I'm gonna send everybody home with some fresh produce, and I'm gonna give them some watermelons out the back, and they gonna be good. I just see it as bringing family and food back to the table in the community, and on the corner, I see it as being a place where we teach agriculture, where we teach history, in about the community, a place where kids can come. I have children that walk past my farm on the way to Pecan Springs Elementary, and they're like, "Hey, mama, there go a vineyard," or look, what is she doing? and they don't see, they never seen that. And when I say I'm a farmer, they're like, a farmer? I get that all the time. You're a farmer, a real farmer? Yes. Like, farmers look like me.
Talk about it.
And I like to
it.
tell the little girls, like, I'm a farmer. And so it's fulfilling to me, but I also hope that it's fulfilling to the community, and that the people can see that these are our spaces too, and our spaces don't have to be something that can get so easily taken over to where it doesn't matter what's there. So one of the things I did face in trying to get support and funding for my farm was being told that my farm would create gentrification. And I thought, I'm black. How am I creating gentrification by owning a farm? So that told me that they didn't believe we valued food, or they didn't believe we valued beautified spaces. And I just wanted to prove that they wrong. I know I have proved that they're wrong. So.
Wow, wonderful. As we scurry into break, I just have to say this. Tiffany, your mind, your ability to articulate this particular passion and also this particular type of issue is amazing. You are amazing, Black woman, and I am so inspired by your voice of non-compromise and not being afraid to say the things that might challenge us to be better and to understand that everybody doesn't have to speak away in order to be funded or adopted or whatever. It's important to be real. And one thing I can tell you about gardening and farming is that you have to be real, because you definitely have to get your hands in the dirt. And we'll be right back to you on the Iron Sharpens Iron Show with Tiffany Washington. 512-836-2887. Join the conversation.
Support provided by Country
1
Boys
minute,
Fixins.
30 seconds.
Country Boys Fixins is a family-owned and operated Southern Comfort restaurant.
Hey, y'all, we in this thing.
East Coast Street in Austin.
She's doing such a great job. Y'all come on. Oh, look at her hand clip.
I'm gonna do better
I'm
at
gonna
staying
say
right here.
this. Your grandmother, legend.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, for real, Rosewood, in the words of my brother and best friend Nook, Rosewood should be called Dorothy Turner Boulevard.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So.
Thank y'all so much for the love and the thumbs up and the fist. This is Tiffany. You have to just support. I'm gonna have her give her information. You have to support this effort. Phenomenal young lady. So glad to have her in. She's quasi family. So I'm just glad to have her in. And I'm gonna have some spectacular co-hosts coming up real soon. We're gonna be making some changes and stuff. So stand by. Stay with us. Okay, I wanted to make sure that you give your information for contact, and we're going to go into that immediately, and then we're going to talk about your application. So we're going to take the mic, be free. This is your opportunity to talk about whatever. And so you ain't got to pause, because I don't need to say nothing. This is your show.
Send out the countdown. Five, 4, 3, 2.
And we are back. I'm your host, Latrice Cook, and the Iron Sharpens Iron Show. And in the studio with me this morning is Miss Tiffany Washington, owner or founder for Dobbin Cobb Garden Farms, mother of 4 beautiful children that I've had the opportunity to hang out with. And so she's talking to us about her farm and some of the needs and stuff. I want to ask her about what would you like for, if city officials or county officials are listening right now, what is it that they need to know about Tiffany Washington and her being a true farmer and the support that is needed?
Oh, y'all have to pay me. Straight facts.
Yeah.
I work really hard, and being a veteran and being the granddaughter of a civil rights legend, and having family that's been in Austin, Texas for over 200 years. I'm a real life descendant of Austin, Texas slaves. So I went back to doing what we were doing best before it was taken away, and then all of a sudden we were told, we was oppressed and struggling. Well, we weren't oppressed and struggling when we had farming communities. We had Clarksville, Wheatsville, we had Rose Colony, we had a lot of places, St. John's Colony. We had over 14 black freedmen towns, small communities that were built and foundationalized in agriculture. And the city of Austin was built on black agriculture. And they've said that. They've put resolutions on the books that says that they owe it to those, slaves who were agriculturalists. And for me to be the only one here is a problem for me. And I don't understand why there aren't resources readily available for anyone who wants to be a black farmer in this city to come and farm.
That brings me real quickly. I just want to address this because I don't want us to lose time. And what you most recently shared with me about being an applicant for the I forget what the name of it is.
It's the African American Leadership Institute.
Mm-hmm. And you shared with me about your desire to get involved with that, just so that you could find out what else it would take in order for you to be able to get the assistance of those that are getting dollars or whatnot from the county or from the city. And I may be being large about maybe not being as descriptive and succinct as I need to be on that. And you shared also that one of the local well-known leaders or stated leaders in the community had actually questioned you about your desire and your sincerity about the application process. And I think the reason why I bring that up right now in the midst of what you're saying is because we have groups that should be actually fighting and vying for persons like yourself to receive funding of some sort and support.
Right.
Do you feel that is happening amongst that, and how has that affected you by making this application? Do you believe that process is whole? Do you think that would be helpful? Talk about that just a minute.
So I don't really realize how I did not realize how deep the web kind of goes when you're dealing with like stuff like this. And so if I'm not on page, or if I'm not on script sometimes, then I get kind of shunned away. I get told that, I'm displaying self-hate, jealousy, or I'm being, negative towards the progress that the community is making. But there ain't no progress because we all die, because we starving to death. Ain't nobody growing no food for me. Not nobody black growing no food for me. So I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of other people that are hungry. So it does us a disservice for larger organizations and leaders in the community to play pretend like I'm not here, I don't exist, and that I'm not successful. They should be screaming from the tops of the roofs, oh my God, we got a black farmer in Austin, Texas. What we talking about? Texas. This is the capital of Texas, Austin, and Texas is one of the largest agricultural states in the country. And for nobody to be talking about me, that's not a black leader. Oh yeah, they tripping. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they hating. Mm-hmm. But you're hating. But I'm the hater. No, they hating on me. It's because they overlooked something that was very important. They was grandstanding for other things, and they overlooked the most important thing, the food. We can't even feed our babies without, Food. So the babies are hungry. Everybody, we in the condition we in because we've been hungry. We've been eating what none of us are growing. Where are we getting it from?
Do you feel that the city and the county that know who you are, know of your farm, do you feel that they are supportive? Do you feel that the leadership in the community, you're a black female, black veteran, um, doing something that is definitely innovative, unique, but is a part of our heritage. You got this phone call about this particular situation. Do you feel supported? Do you feel that you need that to be supported?
Mm-mm. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't feel supported. I didn't I didn't feel like I needed the program in the first place, and I don't understand what it is. It's just another program about like leadership. But I was gonna participate. I will participate because it's a part of the process. I guess to mix and mingle. I guess more parties and social gatherings. Um, but yeah, no, fine. It's I like to stay. I decided that I want to stay grounded in my own family support system because that's what works best for me.
Good morning. We have a caller. Thank you for calling the Iron Sharpens Iron Show. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Right.
Nice. Nice.
And Maynard.
Thank you so much for your call. Let me, Tiffany, please give your information, how people can support you, and also your phone number if people need to contact you. I know you're not business, and if you all don't get all the information, you can definitely call the studio and ask, and we'll be able to give you the information at 512-473-2525 is Melge's phone number, and we will be able to get you in contact with Tiffany, 512-473-2525. And Tiffany.
Yes, and my contact information is Tiffany Washington, Diamond Cow Garden Farm. My number is 512-739-7435. I'm across social media, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter as Nancy Farm Fancy. That's Nancy Farm Fancy because Farmer Nancy got the farm fancy. So
I think you all are going to be hearing a little bit more from Miss Washington as I am branching out a little bit with Iron Sharpens Iron. I need a lot of help, but I'm just getting too old to do this on a regular basis. But I just want to tell you, Tiffany, thank you so much, first of all, for your heart and your love for
thank you for having me.
feeding us. And continue to keep a voice of non-compromise. And we want you to know that you're important and you are loved and you are supported definitely by Latrice Cook and Melch for sure in the Iron Sharpens Iron Show. You've been tuned in to our show, and it is about that time that we are winding down. I am going to continue this conversation with Tiffany. We will be bringing her back
to talk a little bit more about the agricultural things. So I ask you all to just keep in mind, we are 29 days from my birthday. Oh, Lord. 512-473-2525, Mel Center. My name is Latrice Cook, and we'll be back with you next Thursday, same time, same place. And remember, your success is important to us.
That was fun.
Thank y'all for being with us. We appreciate you so much.
Oh, look, somebody tagged my cousin Shay in the building. Oh my God, I gotta find me some coffee, girl. Ooh. I will go home now and be like, boy, you missed it. You didn't tune into the radio. You didn't hear me on the radio.
Did he listen?
He sleep.
I love that song.
I'm sorry I didn't even give you a proper countdown before commercial.
You didn't.
Because I was sitting listening to her.
I know it. She's phenomenal.
I was
I'm gonna have me some cool
That's why I was like, how much time we got? She was like 30 minutes. I was like, oh girl, you know we ain't not gonna make it. We just getting warmed up.
I have it on until when the clock is like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, it's 9:44.
I know it. It's not, the time goes so quick. You know, that's why I've learned one thing about radio. Time goes quick. You learn about time from building it, because I'm just so talkative. And so I want us to.
She said, what you want to tell the city officials? That girl said they got to pay me. I say, y'all
I love it. I love it. That's it. You know, being real is important.
Oh my God.
It's important. So I want to pre-record. I think I want to pre-record her for to continue the conversation, and maybe we can do it. I wonder if I should do her for not next week, but maybe the week after.
Yeah, because you should be going into. Let me look at my nifty calendar.
Because I know it's like 4 Thursdays or whatever.
So not this Thursday, but next Thursday falls into your month off. So she should be episode 1. For month off, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna come in live next week to do it live, right?
Yeah.
And then you'll do 4 pre-recorded. So she'll be first pre-record, and then whoever else you have after that.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Copacetic?
Yeah, copacetic.
There you go.
Cool. Thank you so
All right,
much.
y'all.
Thank you.
I'm out of here.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, and of course, yes, she definitely has to come back.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, I just feel like it wasn't enough time. It's just.
That's ATX royalty right there.
Yeah, I know.
We telling them.
When you said Dorothy Turner, I was done.
I need to walk around with it.
I missed her calling up to the wake up call and everything.
I got all of those recordings. They all say KAZI and it say the year and the date on them. It say KAZI.
Yeah.
And all the time she called in, I be listening to her call in, talking mess.
I never got a chance to meet him, but there was one time that me and him, we had a 2-hour conversation about Miss Turner, and I was just like I felt I knew her besides the calls, but through Nook because of the influence. And I was
he often speaks about, her, how she was influential in. But I feel like he also, there's that whole thing of, when do you don't take a person like Tiffany and not be supportive of her, especially when you were so supportive of her. I tell them that, you gotta be supportive all the way around. But you to help. Austin needs to help more people that are not
in the club.
Exactly.
I ain't hanging out at the tree house.
Come on, take this picture of us real quick. Yeah, that's the thing. Here it's about being in the club, and it should be. I mean, it shouldn't be a person has to be a certain type of this, that,
Miss Latrice, you were bright today.
I know it. She came to play. She knew it was good.
What did he say that when Malcolm X came in there and he was wearing all that red, and that one guy was like, man, she couldn't hurt on my business.
And I got my friend shirt on. On the Zoom. It says Farming is the most important.
Oh, you know what?
You know what? Kill the sweatshirt.
Okay.
Yeah. Kill the sweatshirt.
Yeah. So because you need to.
We need less of Spider-Man. Yeah. Besides, I'm a Batman fan, so.
Yeah.
If it was Batman, totally different story.
God, who would have known?
I got a friend who makes these shirts. I keep telling her she needs to let me sell them on my truck.
She won't.
She will.
3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. All right, now I'm gonna now I'm gonna need it so I don't get the socks in there.
Yeah, that's the best part. That is the best part.
3, 2, 1. There you go.
Yeah, want me to wear my slippers.
Yeah,
With my socks.
Yeah, I seen with Hunter.
Me and Roxy was hanging out
Oh no, trust me.
on the farm with my slippers and my socks
I was
on.
like, yeah, your
My
with
clear
your ruby red
My
shoes.
husband ain't noticed that it had a heel on the shoe. And
That
he
it was
like,
hot.
yeah, he was like, let's go do something on farm. I was like, I gotta go take my boots off. I thought he was gonna eat breakfast. He was like, why you gotta take them off? I was like, ugh. He was like, oh, you think you cute. You got
That's what really makes them special is like the heel. I mean, it's just,
I know, it's
it
the
really,
heel.
and that's why the socks and stuff, to me, it just,
Everybody is always like, this is so cute.
I'm glad you wearing, girl. I'm just glad. I got these socks,
I
the
mean,
same.
also I've been on my YouTube promoting. I was able to connect with Kwame Brown.
I listened to it this morning.
Yes, and so I got the little funding he was giving away.
Nice.
Listen, from Bobby Brown?
No,
Kwame
I
Brown.
thought you said Bobby Brown. I was like,
Yeah. That was nice. Yeah. Bobby Brown probably don't have no one.
Bobby's my man right there. So.
That is my man. I love Bobby Brown. Did you watch the Versus Challenge?
I did it. Anthony Hamilton and Music Soul Child.
Music Soul Child. I love his music, but he's not a live singer.
So yeah, he not really
He's
good.
not good at live singer.
Probably when he was younger.
The minute they said Soul Child versus, and when they said Anthony
Anthony
Hamilton, I was like, oh,
They
They was cheating. Anthony Hamilton should have been battling Charlie Wilson. They know better than that. Yes.
He can't do nothing with Charlie Wilson. He can't do nothing with Charlie Wilson. I'm here to tell you.
I think like Anthony Hamilton, it's hard to find.
Maybe
somebody
Joe?
No.
Joe?
No, I would say no, because Joe's got a bit of a catalog. I would say.
So the music Soul Child's catalog is way better. I love his songs.
Yeah, he got a good catalog.
His catalog is way better.
I think Anthony Hamilton versus Calvin Richardson, that would be a tight one.
Because
both of them in the same genre.
Well, you know what, Calvin Richardson's gonna be here. He's gonna be here Saturday.
I don't even know who he is. We made it to our first radio station interview, y'all.
In the streets working.
We out here on the scene.
Thank you for everything you do. I appreciate you so
I'm
much.
still alive.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who's
Here,
Juliet? This probably my
Come
cousin.
on, get over here on your KZ. I think so I can take a picture of you
Okay.
by yourself.
All right. Yeah. I have to send it to me.
Yeah. You want me to take a picture, Mom?
I'm live on YouTube.
Oh, you live? Okay, come on.
Thank you.
I love it.
Did you get me?
I did. I got you. Okay, yeah. I'm never taking one in front of this damn thing here. I told them they need to have a picture of me on it.
Why don't go, what's my name?
It did have
I know. Go get me some breakfast.
yeah.
It's still breakfast time.
I gotta, we're putting a lady up in a hotel right now, so that's probably gonna call me.
Oh, okay.
Her and the kids and.
Well, thank you for having
Went
me.
to prison, but just they picked him up for sexually molesting his stepdaughter.
Oh,
7 years
no.
old and 7 and 9.
Oh my God. What? Yeah.
Yeah. Tiff, I'm gonna reach out to you. I'll reach out to you later and try
Okay.
to figure out what we can do on your recording.
Okay.
stuff, okay?
All right. See. Thank you for having me.
See you later. I saw a couple of friends put out a table for it.
Oh shit. Man, listen. Sometimes I'm out here in these streets doing what I gotta do, shaking my jelly on the corner for black agriculture, and y'all be sleep still. Shit. See y'all, I'm hungry now. All that made me hungry. Anyways, I'm on my way back to the house. Love everybody. It's your girl, Nancy Farm Fancy, Farmer Nancy. Shout out to the Bus Life fam. Shout out to my Texas nigga nations. Nigga, shout out to me. Shit. I'm shouting out me. I'm going to tell y'all why I'm going to shout out me. Because I keep standing on me. And it keep happening. Because they going to learn today. So with that being said, peace to the people. It is what it is. Subscribe to the channel. Go ahead, drop your comments, hit the thumbs up, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the other side. Peace out.